Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel, obviously from the movie The Graduate. This is a deceptively tricky song, but it does have quite simple chords in it, especially if we use a capo at the 2nd fret, which should definitely be used. And if we just run through the chorus quickly, I'll show you all the riff parts and give you a guide to this entire song, but there's a chord sheet and a songbook linked in the description below where you could follow these chords and play it quite easily. Capo at the 2nd fret, and we have a G major chord played with all 4 fingers, just as a personal preference, largely because then we go to the E minor 7. So you could just go to E minor, but E minor 7 played like this, kind of the Wonderwall fashion, would be my recommendation, and that happens twice. We then have a C major chord for 2 bars and a D major chord for 2 bars. And if you are aware of those chords, which you should be very confident with those chords to take on this as something to learn. But if you know those, you could just strum through quite simply the chorus. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you well know. Ho, ho, ho. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who bring. Hey, hey, hey. That's a new chord. That's an A minor. And then we essentially change key. We then play an E major when we have, so far in this song, we've played an E minor or an E minor 7. Both those are minor chords, the E minor and the E minor 7. And this is E major, which signifies a change of key. It's less obvious, but it does show that change of section. A very different feel to this section. And we have all this kind of thing happening, which I will talk you through. To be able to do that, you need to do the chorus strumming pattern first, because it is the same, but it's just a little simpler, which is down, 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 up, down, up. There's a slight swing to it, so it is not, when we speed this up, I'm not really playing down, 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 up, down, up. I'm not quite doing that. I'm doing it with the upstrung strums slightly delayed. Da, 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 da. As opposed to... So it's just a slightly different rhythm, but the same downs and ups. It's not always about the D-U-D-U, guys, because a lot of people think it is. So for example, on a G chord, that's what we'd be playing. To demo the whole chorus with that strumming pattern, which is hopefully something you guys will be able to do if you pause the video and give this a quick practice. The whole chorus would be a 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then it repeats again. C, then to A minor, and then we go to E, which would take us to the end of the chorus, where I strum exactly the same thing, down, 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 up, down, up, but I'm only strumming the thicker 3 strings really. I'm going to keep that first finger down, so I am still playing an E major chord, but I'm going to strum the thicker strings only, and I'm going to palm mute it slightly. I'm going to use the outside of the palm of my hand to dampen the strings. So sometimes this is called palm dampening as well, but we're going for this sort of sound, but not all the time. We're sometimes lifting off. And that outside of the palm of my hand goes just here inside the bridge. So the bridge on this guitar is this white bit or cream bit here. And you need to find that sweet spot where you get this sound, not this sound, not this sound. We go here, and and it is a feel. You will feel that sweet spot on your guitar. It happens exactly, or in a very similar way, on electric guitar as well. And we're going to play down, 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 up, but just lessen off on the up strums. And you can actually vary that quite a bit, but do the same downs and ups. You're just varying how much you're, and when you're lifting off. Lots of fun you can have with that. Then the actual riff that is played on a second guitar. So that one guitar is keeping going with this, the rhythm chords essentially. On top of that we have a riff. And then also, so we have open, and then what is in reality to us, it looks to me like the 7th fret and the 9th fret. But because of the capo, this would be written in tab as 5 and 7, which would be here. Because proportionate to the capo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is the 5th fret and the 7th fret. But visually, it looks like 7 and 9, 7 and 9th fret. Open, hammer 7, hammer 9. That's using a hammer-on technique if you haven't looked at that already. And then we play the open thickest string. We pick what is in reality the 7th fret and then the 9th fret. You can hammer on the 9th fret, or you could pick them both, whatever feels more comfortable, but we need those notes to ring out. And again, that looks like the 7th fret and the 9th fret for both on both strings. But in tab it would read 5 and 7. It's an important thing to get your head around when we're playing higher up the neck with a capo. Rhythm to that is as follows. Notice I did play the thickest string in between the other two notes, because what we can do, or work towards, is playing a bit of a hybrid of the two. Which is what I was doing there and what I demoed at the start of this tutorial. Serious intermediate level stuff. It's not super advanced, it can be easy for some people, but combining those single notes that we're playing with strumming patterns that you may be comfortable with only with open chords can be a real next level for some people, but it's a next level not many people know about. It's something I really want to popularize, because this kind of style of playing it means on one guitar you can play the chords but the riff as well, but you're playing that without losing anything. You're not losing the rhythm content, because if I just play this, it's lacking that rhythm content, and if I just play the chords, it's lacking the riff. If you learn them both separately and become really, really good at them both separately and then try and put them together, you'll have a lot of success. If you try and just jump straight to this part, you might get lucky, but you might be very frustrated. It can seriously lead to frustration if you try and do two things that you can't do at the same time. Makes sense, right? So the other chords in the verse, I think I've talked enough about that riff now, are essentially the same as the do 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 do. So when he's doing the do do do's in the start, that's the same as the verse. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. And all of that is over an E chord. And when it gets to the end of that line, so when he says the word files, it's an E7. I would then go to an A7, though an A chord would be perfectly fine. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. So we're on those chords for 4 bars each. Then we're on a D major chord for a bar, G, C, quickly to E minor 7, which you could play like this, straight to A minor, E major, and then D7, and it is from that D7 that we're really considering that we've moved properly back to the key of G for the chorus. The chorus is in the key of G. The verse It's a little ambiguous going between G and E. So it does change key. But to give you a full blast of that verse, just with the normal strumming pattern, just with down, 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 up, down, up. But if you're getting more advanced, just palm mute it. The verse, here's a demo. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd like to know a little bit about you for our files. We'd like to help you learn to help yourself. D major, G, C, E minor, A minor, E minor, E major, sorry, and then D7. And you can hear that pull because it's going to go to the G. God bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson, and move on from there. They're all the different sections of this song. Putting them together is very, very, very difficult. So let's have a run through each of them one at a time into the other one so you can see how it can fall together. But I'm not going to sing too much because I want you to pay attention to the guitar playing, but it would be the vocal that would help you know when to change as well. So it kind of all has to fit together. I would start off just to do a little slow playthrough of the intro, verse and chorus with that. Join in with me if you can in a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the riff. We like to hear a little bit about you for our files. Then D. D7 and into chorus. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. This love's more of you. Oh, oh, oh. Bless you, please, Mrs. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. A minor this time. Hey, hey, hey. I'm back to E major. Palm muted. Then it's one more little lick after that one, which is much easier without the capo, but either way, we're playing the same 2 frets as you've been hammering on so far. Pre-bend it, and it is down. It's a whole bend, so we pre-bend a whole step, unbend, don't pick again, and then to the first finger. Practicing that, especially if you're not used to bending on acoustic, should be done without the capo. And that's the nice little lick that's in there. That is Mrs. Robinson, a classic song. I'll be sure to leave some links to the original recording and the live version in the description below so that you can kind of get more of a feel of this song before you start learning it too intensely. Learn from, you know, the original as well as my tutorials. There's always more to learn with this stuff, and there's lots of layering of guitars, which I hope I've taught you through a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Andy Guitar YouTube channel. Check out these videos on my website and Andy Guitar app, and I hope to see you in another lesson. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.